Hey guys, Techno Tenori again. Welcome back to the secondary studio, The Car, with me, Techno Tenori, my big back, and the Majora's Mask poster behind my big back. Speaking of which, shout out to my friend Lynn. He gave me the poster when I visited Philly this past weekend, and he's a real one. So thank you so much. But besides that, I kind of wanted to bring this video to y'all today just to kind of talk about, the big game that's coming out this year, GTA 6. And obviously, I don't really need to explain what GTA 6 is. Like, everybody's probably heard about it. And something that has come up recently is that it was potentially going to be delayed again because it wasn't content complete, according to a journalist called Jason Schreier. And these rumors and mumblings have been sort of debunked, saying that they were mostly misunderstandings on where the actual state of the game is right now in terms of development. So for me, it's kind of a coin toss on whether or not they delay it again. I want to be confident and say that it's coming out this year because I feel like the longer they delay it, they're, further expanding the impact of what a potential, flop could be if this game happened to come out unfinished and not good. Because Grand Theft Auto is a monumental franchise. Like, it is the game that pushes the industry forward every time a new iteration comes out. And this one especially is, slated to help push the industry forward and get people in the games again, people buying consoles. Because a lot of, casual gamers or maybe people who just play on and off again love Grand Theft Auto, and they'll go to get their PlayStation or Xbox or even PC. I know the PC version's coming out later, to go get the game. And that's just how impactful it is, like to the point where other developers have to move their release date if Grand Theft Auto or Rockstar says, oh, Grand Theft Auto 6 is being released at this time. So many developers move their games to other release dates, even though theirs are already done, because they don't want to compete with GTA 6. And that's just the amount of power that brand and that name and that series has, to the point where this game has to succeed, whether it likes it or not. Because if this game flops, we're cooked in terms of the industry. At least that's what I think. Because before this, we've had other, crashes in the gaming industry. Like, when I think of GTA 6 flopping, I think of what happened in 1983, a time I wasn't even born yet, but, I know so much about for some stupid reason, where, games were so bad to the point where people just lost trust in the gaming market as consumers, where you had that E.T. game for the Atari 2600 that was so bad that people just lost trust entirely until Nintendo kind of gained it back with the NES in 85. So, and obviously it's at a much larger scale. I'm not saying GTA 6 is E.T. It's obviously going to be a much better game. Even if it does flop, it's going to be a better game. But in the environment we're in now, where the gaming industry is one of the most profitable industries right now in the world, it has to succeed, or this whole industry kind of sinks, if you think about it. Because if all these, consumers are going to go buy a PlayStation 5 or buy an Xbox Series X or build their computers, which, there are barely any computer parts to begin with, and all these consoles are so expensive now because of the price hikes, that when they potentially go buy a game that may or may not be $100 at launch, and it's bad, people are going to be like, yo, video games suck, we're out of here. You know what I mean? And I guess, that kind of reality set in when I was reading articles about it, that even though the rumors and the mumblings about it being delayed again are mostly unfounded, the idea of it being delayed and constantly pushed is, relieving in terms of knowing that they're trying to put everything they can into it. But also, I feel like if the game flops, it's only going to compound the problem on top of itself, where we've been waiting for this game for so long, trying to figure out what the heck generation of hardware it's going to be on, where we're buying our PlayStation 4 Pros, our PlayStation 5s, PlayStation 5 Pros, or whatever, and whatever Xbox variations, that, you know, we'll just end up buying it for one game, and it'll be bad, and we'll be like, this shit's too expensive, we can't even guarantee the games are going to be any good, so why should we even keep gaming? And obviously, for more hardcore gamers like myself, and probably you watching this, it won't be enough to just, you know, to keep you away from playing games. And if you're like me, I haven't really played Grand Theft Auto all that much. It's just, you know, that much of a monumental and influential franchise that it's one of the very few pillars that kind of keeps the industry afloat. When, you know, the adoption rate for games are low, you kind of expect GTA to kind of come in, bring a whole lot of gamers in, or like casual gamers in again to play something, and maybe they'll buy other games. So, like, a lot really hooks on, or a lot is really on GTA 6 to do well. And, you know, that it's something that's been on my mind lately, just about how impactful it is, and how even more impactful it would be if it flopped. And even if you don't even like Rockstar, or don't like GTA, or don't even, you know, play their games, whether it's GTA, Red Dead Redemption, etc., like, you gotta admit that it's important that if we want to keep gaming the way it is, you know, for the most part, I know a lot of that is going away because of digital distribution and AI data centers that will potentially, when the bubble pops, they might be selling the data centers back to us in the form of subscription models, which I don't want to happen, and neither should you. And I'm going to be talking about that in a later video. I want to react to a video that was made by Adam something. I'm going to add a little bit more to it. I don't really like reacting to other people's content, but if I can add a lot more onto it and, like, not really play the full video and, you know, put you over there to their channel first, little side tangent, just stay tuned for that reaction video, because me reacting to, like, other creators' content is going to be rare, but it's not going to be, you know, like, completely unheard of for me. But stay tuned for that. But, you know, side tangent aside, yeah, like, it's concerning, but also, like, I know if it does well, it's going to, you know, really restore a lot of faith in gaming as an industry, where, you know, you have a lot more people coming in, more willing to buy other games, because they're like, oh, Grand Theft Auto was really fun, I want to play more games, even if they're not even Grand Theft Auto like, you know? So I guess that's my 2 cents on the issue. Hopefully we have a good game coming out this year, as opposed to it being delayed again. Again, those rumors and mumblings were debunked for the most part. A lot of misunderstandings by, you know, media websites and publications. So hopefully we're still on track for that release, and hopefully the game is fantastic, whether I decide to play it or not. Honestly, I've been meaning to get a PS5 for a while, and maybe before the prices go up again, I go get a PS5 Pro and play some of the games that I've been missing out on in the meantime. And maybe I play GTA 6 on stream, I don't know. But that remains to be seen, if I can actually find time to stream and I make more of a career out of this. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys again tomorrow. I'm going to be making another video, and that should be out tomorrow 10 a.m. just like my last video was earlier. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great night.